Organization meeting for January 6th. Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
John Baisley, First Ward.
Joe Carlos, Second Ward.
Joe Conti, Third Ward.
Michael Safone, Fourth Ward.
Joseph Lepore, Fifth Ward.
Ann Schurshin, 6th Ward.
Todd Tancredi, Supervisor.
Kelly Tremper, Deputy Town Clerk.
Jim Nelson, Attorney for the Town.
Okay, we've got a long agenda tonight. I don't think there's going to be anything that's too surprising to anybody or earth-shattering, so hopefully we'll move through it fairly quickly. We do have a number of exciting agenda items, and those are promotions within our police department. So I'd like to, with the town board's support, move all the promotions to the very top of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, so we'll start with, we've got actually 6 promotions tonight. We've got a promotion of Kenneth Roman to the position of captain, promotion of Lieutenant Kevin Faber to the position of police captain, promotion of Sergeant Brian Wagner to the position of lieutenant, promotion of Sergeant Michael O'Dowd to the position of lieutenant, the promotion of Detective Ralph Cropley to the position of sergeant, and the promotion of Police Officer Mel Bruschetti to the position of sergeant. So, Jay, why don't we start with number 2?
Be it resolved, the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the promotion of Lieutenant Kenneth Roman to the position of Police Captain Permanent, the yearly salary of $117,268, subject to a probationary period of not less than 8 nor more than 26 weeks per civil service law effective January 11th, 2016. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Just want to congratulate Lieutenant, now Captain Roman. You've 29 years on the force with the town of Poughkeepsie, so you've certainly served the town well for many years, and I think you deserve this promotion, so I want to congratulate you. I don't think we actually voted on that, so all those in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations, Kenny.
Now you're in.
Got to do it again, Kenny.
All right. Bill number 3.
Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the promotion of Lieutenant Kevin Faber to the position of Police Captain at the yearly salary of $117,268, subject to a probationary period of not less than 8 nor more than 26 weeks per civil service law, effective January 11th, 2016. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations. Yep.
Be it resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the promotion of Sergeant Brian Wagner to the position of Police Lieutenant, Contingent Permanent, at the yearly salary of $108,581.00, subject to a probationary period of not less than 8 nor more than 26 weeks per civil service law, effective January 11th, 2016. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Congratulations.
Be resolved, Town Board, Town of Poughkeepsie, is hereby authorized the promotion of Sergeant Michael O'Dowd to the position of Police Lieutenant, contingent permanent, at the yearly salary of $108,581, subject to probationary period of not less than 8 nor more than 26 weeks per civil service law, effective January 11, 2016. So moved.
Second.
Motion and second, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Congratulations.
Be resolved that the Town Board, Town of Poughkeepsie, does hereby authorize promotion of Detective Ralph Copley to the position of Police Sergeant, contingent permanent, at the year's salary of $99,695, subject to a probation period of no less than eight or more than 26 weeks per civil service law, effective January 11, 2016. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations, Ralph.
How do you say this?
Mercury
Bruschetti. Kelly.
Is it Mount?
No.
Mercury.
I've got to read what's there. Kelly Bruschetti.
I was going to switch away, but.
And
I wish you had.
Oh, sorry.
number 7?
All set? Be it resolved that the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the promotion of Police Officer Malkiri Bruschetti to the position of Police Sergeant, contingent permanent, at the annually salary of $99,695, subject to a probationary period of not less than 8 nor more than 26 weeks per civil service law, effective January 18th. So moved. 2016. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, any discussion? Mel's coming from the traffic division, so I know there's going to be a lot of drivers throughout the town that are probably pleased with this promotion. Congratulations, Mel.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We got a vote?
We need a bigger camera.
And we'll have probably majority of the room clear out, but, just before everyone goes, we have an opportunity, while you're all here, we just want to thank you for all for the work you do. We've got a great police department, a lot of professional men and women who work day and night to keep our residents safe, so we're thankful for the work you do and proud of all of you, so thanks very much. All right, we're going to resume the meeting. In our excitement, I don't know if we actually voted on that last promotion, so all those in favor of, just to be sure, of resolution number 6?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0, and that takes care of our promotions within the police department. I'm going to,
Actually, it was 7 that we voted.
oh,
aye.
7, sorry, yep. I'm going to run through the other agenda items.
Gonna go back to do this.
We'll take questions on agenda items, and then we'll get started with the meeting. Agenda item number 1 is authorization for Friendly Honda, the zoning designation. We've talked about that a couple meetings now. A is the appointment of our, reappointment of our attorney to the town. 9 is a reappointment of our controller, James Wadowitz. 10 is the reappointment of Wallace and Wallace Esquire as code enforcement and attorney plus parking violations, legal services. 11 is the appointment of Dave Wise, which is Eisman, Cunningham, Rister and Hyde, right, Jim?
Yes.
Labor employment, legal services. 12 is to adopt the non-union salary. 13 is the appointment of town registrar Felicia Salvatore. 14 is the appointment of deputy registrar Kelly Tremper. 15 is the designation of the town official newspaper. 16 is the designation of the town banks. 17 is the appointment of the town marriage officers. 18 is the appointment of a records management officer. 19 is to authorize the individuals to sign checks. 20 is the appointment of the emergency chain of command. 21 is the appointment of the emergency interim successors. 22 is the adoption of our 2016 holiday schedule. 23 is the designation of the town board meeting schedule. 24 is to approve and adopt the 2016 highway department rental rates. 25 is to approve and adopt the 2016 highway supplies. 26 is to authorize and adopt the 2016 agreement to expand highway funds pursuant to Section 284 of New York State Highway Law. 27 is to readopt rules of the town board. 28 is to authorize bonding for all town officials. 29 is to approve the adjustment of our holiday schedule for the highway department due to leaf pickup. 30 is to authorize town business mileage reimbursement to current IRS rate. 31 is to approve standard workday for elective and appointed officials. 32 is to authorize the supervisor to sign the employee assistance program at the workplace at Mid-Hudson Regional Hospital. 33 is to authorize the supervisor to sign licensing agreement with Washington Hollow Rod and Gun Club for police target practice. 34 is to appoint Todd Tancredi and Jay Basil to the Tri-Community Sewer Commission. 35 is the appointment of our Records Management Advisory Board. 36 is the appointment of, reappointment of 2 members of our Plumbing Board of Examiners. 37 is to authorize the supervisor to sign a new agreement with our LRC Planning Services. That's Neil Wilson. 38 is the appointment of our town historian, a reappointment. 39 is to authorize the supervisor to sign a contract with our grant writer, a renewal for the new year. 40 is to set the public hearing date for Popeye's Restaurant. 41 is to accept a certificate of attendance for one of our planning board members. 42 is to authorize the supervisor to sign Central Hudson street lighting order. 43 is the appointment of an intern for our legal department for a couple months. 44 is to authorize the supervisor to sign our new dial ride agreement. 45 is to authorize the supervisor to sign a DEC consent order for, this was an overflow that actually came out of one of our manholes, but it was as a result of backup in a tri-muni line. But, you know, because we're a participant in that plant, we have a consent order we're going to sign. And 46 is a notification of a few claims we're going to refer to legal. So I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules for public comment on agenda items.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Is there anyone here who'd like to speak to the board about an agenda item? See no? Oh, Mr. Armstrong?
Can you elaborate on this number 45, the DEC consent order?
Yep.
I understand there was a fine involved in that.
Yes.
And if it tri-municipal, are we the only ones that got fined? Because
We did, and Tri-Muni did. The backup occurred down by Route 9, right by the bridge where the town meets the town of Wappingers. And we have a pump station there just on the east side of Route 9. And the backup occurred, we believe, on the west side of 9 in the Tri-Muni line. But as the sewage backed up, it came out of manhole on our side and in the town property. So, DEC doesn't really care why it happened. They, are gonna make sure it's corrected and there's preventative actions going forward. We and Tri-Muni have agreed to, TV the lines once every 7 years. I mean, a backup like this due to rags or something like that isn't really something that's easily preventable, but we've gone through the motions, at least with the DEC. There is a small fine to the town as well as Tri-Muni. Let's see. Jim, do you recall the amount?
Was it reduced to 1,800, was that it?
The fine was $1,750. So,
well, I guess what I'm saying, if the backup was a result of the other side of the highway,
yeah.
and it wasn't really the town's doing, but the fact that it come out of our hole, so we
Right.
got hit for it.
That's right, man. We tried to make the same argument. The DC, they were actually being a little more severe with us than what we end up with here tonight, but that's kind of the way it works. If it comes out of our manhole, regardless of why, you're gonna, get slapped on the wrist, and that's what's happening.
My other thought, I guess I never paid attention to the address numbers,
Yeah.
but evidently Route 9 from Poughkeepsie going south, the numbers go down.
There's,
Yeah, they go down, yeah.
yep.
So it starts like in south of us and comes up as the numbers get higher then.
Yeah.
Oh, I always thought the other way. I never paid much attention to the
Yeah,
numbers.
I didn't
You would've
either,
thought
now they
when you started
mention
from
it.
Poughkeepsie, you went south and north, and the numbers went
Goes
that
to
way.
the south border and goes north.
So this thing evidently now is gonna be an ongoing type of a problem that we have to.
Hopefully it
that
won't
they're
be
gonna
a pro-
watching us like hawks now or something. or-
Well, they're,
They just want us to be preventive is what it is. It was a clog that, when they unclogged it, both departments went and you really couldn't exactly tell where it was. So it was right where one section meets the other section's lines. You really couldn't tell. And it backed up then 150 feet, 200 feet from the pump station. So it was
So
hard to tell
the
exactly where it was.
other people got
yeah.
also fined as well
Yes.
as us then?
Yes, they did.
Kind of divided up or something, or?
They got fined as well, and they've agreed to do, TV, preventative type measures as much as possible as well, so.
And I guess there's no kind of alarms on any of these things that would go off that would let anybody know that something is wrong somewhere, whatever. It's
Not
just,
something like this, because it's completely in the lines. There may be at the pump stations if something were to malfunction in the actual pump stations, but this was just in, sewer lines that are underground, and there was almost like if it were your home, a clog develops, you kind of don't know until it's coming out the wrong way,
because the first thing that jumped into my mind was when somebody said something about it being a pond, when it come out, it went into a pond.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of down where our thing is, the line going down by the pond that's there by Bonefish, because of an overflow from our old station or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
There was-
No, this-
That's the first thing coming to my mind, is Jesus
Yeah.
is at that place.
Yeah, no, this was down further.
Yeah.
All the way
By the
down.
numbers. All
Yeah.
right, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Anybody else? Seeing no one, I make a motion to resume the rules.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I guess we're up to me, and I'll go back to number one.
Is that for you?
Whereas the town board has received a communication from the Director of Municipal Development recommending a change to the zoning designation of 1165, 1167, and 1171 Dutchess Turnpike, and 1 and 3 Easy Street, tax parcel numbers 6362-01-178705 and 186712 and 193719 and 164715 157718 from residents single-family, 20,000 square feet, R20 district to Highway Business District for the project known as Friendly Honda. And whereas by Resolution 1118, number 2 of 2015, the town board authorized the scheduling of a public hearing regarding this zoning change. And whereas the town clerk has published a notice of public hearing which was convened on December 16, 2015 and adjourned to January 6, 2016. And whereas the proposed amendment is attached hereto and made a part hereof, and the town board does hereby waive a verbatim reading of said amendment and does direct that said amendment be spread across the record as if in fact had been read verbatim. And whereas on October 15, 2015, the planning board, as a designated lead agency, issued a negative declaration determination of non-significance for the proposed Friendly Honda development project, which includes the above parcels. And whereas by letter dated October 21, 2015, and pursuant to Section 210-154 of the Town Code, the Planning Board forwarded a positive recommendation to the Town Board in support of the application for this zoning amendment. And whereas the Town Clerk has referred this proposed amendment to the Dutchess County Department of Planning and Economic Development, which offered comments but determined that adoption of the amendment is a matter of local concern. And whereas the town clerk notified the clerks of surrounding municipalities of the public hearing pursuant to GML 239NN, now therefore be it enacted that adoption of the herein zoning amendment is expressly conditioned on the following, which conditions shall be completed prior to issuance of any building permit. 1. The town board approval of a stormwater easement and a stormwater inspection and maintenance agreement for the project. And 2. Friendly Honda shall obtain site plan, special use permit, and other approvals as may be required by Chapter 210 of the Town Code for the motor vehicle sales and service facility as described in the October 15, 2015 negative declaration. Be it further enacted that the hearing rezoning is granted for development of the site in accordance with the project considered in the October 15, 2015 negative declaration. And be it further enacted, the town board directs the planning board to further review and consider the 8-vehicle display area proposed for the Route 44 frontage of 1165, 1167, and 1171 Dutchess Turnpike. With respect to the location of the displays, the number of vehicles to be displayed, the screening of the vehicles so displayed, and the screening of the vehicle storage area behind the display area to ensure that views of the facility from nearby residential properties are properly mitigated. And be it further enacted that this local law shall take effect immediately upon filing with the Secretary of State. So moved.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Thank you. All right, Jay, number 8.
Be it resolved, the town board finds it to be in the best interest of the town to designate Vanderwater LLP as the attorneys to the town of Poughkeepsie pursuant to town law, Chapter 22B for 2016, without the solicitation of alternate proposals, and does hereby designate to provide such legal services at town hall, town board meetings, or by telephone consultation for $98,000 to provide the balance of the required legal services at the rate of $165 per hour for partners, $155 per hour for associates, and $80 per hour for paralegals, subject to a shared annual cap of $65,000, together with the zoning and planning board pass-through funded services as requested, and to represent the town in litigation and tax associatory matters as separately assigned from time to time. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 7-0.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome, thank you.
Number 9, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Poughkeepsie does hereby appoint James Wadowitz to the position of controller for the town of Poughkeepsie for the period of January 1st, 2016 through December 31st, 2017 at the salary set forth in the annual budget, and be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. So moved.
Second?
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved that for 2016, the town board of the town of Poughkeepsie does hereby find that it is in the best interest of the town to reappoint Wallace & Wallace LLP pursuant to Section 22B of the town law to act as attorney for the town without solicitation or alternate proposals, and does so appoint it to provide services for code enforcement advice and litigation in the town of Poughkeepsie, town courts regarding zoning, noise control, animal control, building code control, and violations, parking violations, and vehicle and traffic enforcements at the rate of $155 per hour, subject to an annual maximum cap of $60,000 from the legal department budget line, with any surplus reverting to the general fund at the end of the year 2016, together with the zoning board and the planning board pass through funded services at the rate of $165 per hour for partners and of council attorneys, $155 per hour for associates, and $80 per hour for paralegals, and zoning and planning board matters as those rates subject to a shared cap of $65,000 per year. And be it further resolved that Vandewater and Vandewater LLP is appointed to provide the above services should Wallace & Wallace be unavailable to serve. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be resolved, Town Board, Town of Poughkeepsie is hereby find that it is in the best interest of the town to authorize the supervisor to sign a labor and employment legal services letter agreement for the 2016 year between the Town of Poughkeepsie and David R. Wise Esquire of the law firm Eisman, Cunningham, Reister, and Hyde, LLP, without solicitation of alternative proposals, and does hereby authorize the execution of said agreement, a copy of which is attached hereto. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Resolution number 12, be resolved, the Town Board, Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby approve and adopt the non-union salary schedule for the year 2016, a copy of which is attached hereto and incorporated herein. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved that the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby appoint Felicia Salvador as the Register for the Town of Poughkeepsie for the period of January 1st, 2016 through December 31st, 2017, at a stipend which is included in the Town Clerk's annual budget. So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Be it resolved that the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby confirm the appointment of Kelly Tremper as the Deputy Registrar for the Town of Poughkeepsie for the period of January 1, 2016 through December 31st, 2017, at a stipend which is included in the Town Clerk's annual budget. So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion?
I think she does a pretty good job.
Good one right now.
Not bad. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Congratulations.
Be it resolved, the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby designate the Poughkeepsie Journal as the official newspaper for the Town of Poughkeepsie for the period January 1st, 2016 to December 31st, 2017. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
16, be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby designate the following banks as the official banks for the Town of Poughkeepsie for the period January 1st, 2016 to December 31st, 2017, to wit, M&T Bank, Chase J.P. Morgan Bank, Riverside Bank, Citizens Bank, Key Bank. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby appoint Todd Tancredi and Ann Shershin as marriage officers for the years 2016 and 2017 pursuant to the New York State Domestic Relations Law, Section 11C, Marriage Officers, Chapter 49 of the laws of 1988, whereby said marriage officers will have the authority to solemnize marriages. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved, the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby appoint Felicia Salvatore as the Records Access Officer for the Town of Poughkeepsie for the years 2016 and 2017. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Resolution number 19, be it resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize one of the following three individuals to sign checks on behalf of the Town of Poughkeepsie for the year 2016 and 2017, to wit, number 1, Todd N. Tancredi, 2, James Warowitz, 3, John J. Baisley. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby appoint the following individuals as the emergency chain of command for the year 2016 to wit: 1, Todd Tancredi; 2, Mark Pfeiffer; 3, Ronald Spiro. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. 21, be it resolved that the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does appoint as emergency interim successors as requested by the Dutchess County Department of Emergency Response, and does hereby specify their rank in order of succession as listed, the following individuals: 1, John J. Baisley; 2, Mark Pfeiffer; 3, William G. Carlos Jr. Be it further resolved that the supervisor authorized, empowered, and directed to execute the emergency interim successor designation form, which is attached hereto, and to return it to the D.C. Department of Emergency Response. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved, the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby declare and adopt the following official holidays for the year 2016 to wit: New Year's Day, Friday, January 1st, 2016. Martin Luther King Day, Monday, January 18th, 2016. President's Day, Monday, February 15th, 2016. Memorial Day, Monday, May 30th, 2016. Independence Day, Monday, July 4th, 2016. Labor Day, Monday, September 5th, 2016. Columbus Day, Monday, October 10th, 2016. Election Day, Tuesday, November 8th, 2016. Veterans Day, Friday, November 11th, 2016. Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, November 24th, 2016. Day after Thanksgiving, Friday, November 25th, 2016. Christmas Day holiday, Monday, December 26th, 2016. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie has determined that at a regular meeting of the board, the Town of Poughkeepsie has determined that a regular meeting of the board shall be held on the first and third Wednesdays of each month, with a committee of the whole meeting to be held on the second Wednesday of each month for the year 2016, unless otherwise noted. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby adopt the 2016 Town Board meeting schedule, a true copy of which is attached hereto and incorporated herein. And be it further resolved, said meeting shall be at the Town Hall, Town of Poughkeepsie, 1 Overrock Road, Poughkeepsie, New York, and shall commence at 7 p.m. unless otherwise noted. So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? The only thing I'd like to point out, Neil, if you could take note of this, we've had a few comments over the years about combining a few meetings. So February's Committee of the Whole is going to be combined with the first meeting, and August Committee of the Whole is combined with the first meeting. And then October, there's the holiday in between, a Jewish holiday, so that meeting's combined, Committee of the Whole, first meeting. And then, of course, December, there's just 2 meetings because of the Christmas holiday. So just make sure the planning board is aware of that. All right? Thanks. All right, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Whereas proposals were solicited for the Highway Department rental rates for the year 2016, now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby approve and adopt the Highway Department rental rates for the year 2016 per the recommendations of the Superintendent of Highways, true copies of which are on file in the Town Clerk's office for public inspection. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Whereas bids were solicited for highway supplies for the year 2016, and whereas the bids were received and opened, now therefore be it resolved, the Town Board, Town of Poughkeepsie, is hereby award the bids for highway supplies for the year 2016 per the recommendation of the Highway Superintendent, as outlined in the documentation attached hereto and made part of. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
There is Resolution number 26, be resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize, adopt, and approve the execution of an agreement pursuant Section 284 of the New York State Highway Law to extend town highway funds in 2016 according to the terms and conditions set forth therein, a true copy of which is attached hereto and made a part hereof. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved, the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby adopt the annexed rules for the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie, a copy of which is attached hereto and incorporated herein. So moved.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. 28, be it resolved that the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby declare and direct that the bonds for our town officials be continued in the same manner as heretofore established with the same force and effect. So moved.
Second?
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved, the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie is hereby adjust the holiday schedule for the Highway Department due to its leaf pickup commitments on Election Day and Veterans Day as follows. Election Day, November 8, 2016, changed to August 4th, 2016. And Veterans Day, November 11, 2016, changed to December 23rd, 2016. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Item 30, be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby continue the amount paid for the business mileage reimbursement at .575 cents per mile. So moved.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby establish a standard workday for each elective and appointive official, which shall not be less than 6 hours per day, and be it further resolved that the standard work week shall be Monday through Friday, and be it further resolved that the following is a list of the elected officials with their term expiration date. Start off with the workday. Todd Tancredi, Supervisor, his term ends 12/13/17. He'll do 8 hours a week. John J. Baisley,
Day.
First Ward, sorry? Per
Day.
day, my apologies, yep. John J. Baisley, First Ward Councilman, 12/31/17, 6 hours per day. Joseph Conti, Third Ward Councilman, 12/13/17, 6 hours per day. Michael Safone, Fourth Ward Councilman, 12/31/17, 6 hours per day. Joe Lepore, Fifth Ward Councilman, 12/31/17, 6 hours per day. Ann Shershin, Sixth Ward Councilwoman, 12/31/17, 6 hours per day. Karen Schubert, Receiver of Taxes, 12/31/17, 8 hours per day. Felicia Salvatore, Town Clerk, 12/31/17, 8 hours per day. Mark Pfeiffer, Superintendent of Highways, 12/31/17, 8 hours per day. Paul O. Sullivan, Town Justice, 12/31/19, 6 hours per day. Stephen Krakauer, Town Justice, 12/31/19, 6 hours per day. And Bill Carlos?
No, he's,
No, okay, my apologies. And be it further resolved that the following is a list of the appointed officials with their term expiration date. James Wadowitz, Controller, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. with a 1-hour lunch. Term ends 12/31/17, 8 hours per day. And be it further resolved that commencing January 1, 2016, the elected or appointed official shall record his or her work activities for a period of 3 consecutive months, which will include matters outside the normal working hours for the purpose of actually attending to official duties, including to responding to an emergency, attending an employer-sponsored event, or meeting with or responding to members of the public on matters of official business. And be it further resolved that said record shall be completed within 150 days of taking office and shall be submitted within 180 days to the clerk of the governing board. And be it further resolved that the town clerk is authorized and directed to certify the standard workday and reporting resolution as presented to this town board. So moved.
Second.
a motion and a second. Any discussion?
My name isn't on there because I have a
You're special.
pension from the police department.
Already
so I'm not-
paid in.
Okay, gotcha.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. 32.
Be resolved, Town Board, Town of Poughkeepsie is hereby authorize the supervisor to execute a renewal agreement for the Employee Assistance Program by and between the Town of Poughkeepsie and the workplace at Mid-Hudson Regional Hospital of Westchester Medical Center for 2016, a copy of which is attached. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Resolution number 33, be resolved that the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the supervisor to execute a license agreement with Washington Hollow Road and Gun Club Incorporated for use by the Town of Poughkeepsie Police Department for target practice for an annual fee of $2 million.
No, 2,000.
2,000?
Hopefully it's 2,000.
I was going to say,
Better be
I think I
2,000.
can open new business. $2,000, sorry about that, which agreement shall be in effect from January 2nd, 2016 through December 31st, 2016. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby appoint Todd Tancredi and John J. Baisley to the Tri-Municipal Sewer Commission for the years 2016 and 2017. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. 35. Be it resolved that the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby appoint Felicia Salvatore to the Records Management Advisory Board for a 2-year term commencing January 1, 2016 through December 31st, 2017. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie is hereby reappoint the following individuals to the Town of Poughkeepsie Plumbing Board of Examiners for 3-year terms from January 1st, 2016 to December 31st, 2018, to wit, Steve Eckelman and Albert A. Cimarelli Jr. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Town historian, no, else, 37.
Yeah.
You know what?
So,
37, you know,
Very good.
yeah, 37.
Yeah, I have this
He's
one.
got a historian.
37, be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby appoint John Pina as the town historian for the year 2016 to 2017.
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie authorizes the supervisor to execute an extension of the town's contract with LRC Planning Services LLC Incorporated through December 31st, 2016, with the annual payment rate to be $113,333.11 for 2016. All other terms of the 2015 contract will remain full force and effect. And be it further resolved that the Town Board finds it to be in the best interest of the town to retain LRC Planning Services, LLC, to perform these services without solicitation of alternate proposals. And be it further resolved that contracting for the aforesaid services is a type 2 action requiring no seeker review. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Resolved, Town Board, Town of Poughkeepsie is hereby authorizing the supervisor to execute a contract between the Town of Poughkeepsie and Martin Schneider to provide grant writing services, which contract will be in effect through December 31st, 2016, in substantially the form as presented. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? No, the terms are the same as last year. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Resolution number 40, here's the Town Board has received an application from Tinkelman Architect pursuant Article 3, 2010-11, and Article 5, 2010-22G of the Town Code to designate property located on 535 Hayda Avenue, tax parcel number 6161-08-894787 as Main Street Drive-In Overlay District is an amendment to the Arlington Town Center District zoning of the property to allow development of this site as Popeye's Restaurant. And whereas the proposed amendments attached hereto and incorporated herein, and the Town Board does hereby waive a verbal reading of said amendment and does direct that say amendment be spread across the record as if it, in fact, has been added verbatim. And whereas on December 17, 2015, the Planning Board, as the designated lead agency, issued a negative declaration for the proposed Popeye's Restaurant project. And whereas on December 17, 2015, the Planning Board issued a positive recommendation regarding the designation of the property as a Main Street Drive-In Overlay District site. And whereas the Town Board has determined that the proposed overlay district amendment must be referred to the Dutchess County Department of Planning and Economic Development. And whereas amendment of the zoning map to add an overlay district requires a public hearing. Now, therefore, be resolved that the Town Board hereby sets a public hearing on the proposed amendment on February 3rd, 2016, at 7 p.m., or as soon as thereafter, as the matter come in to be heard in the Town Hall, 1 Overrock Road, Poughkeepsie, New York, and the Town Board refers this matter to Dutchess County Department of Planning and Economic Development for a recommendation pursuant to GML 239-M and
3.
and 3, The town board directs the town clerk to notify the surrounding town of the public hearing pursuant GML 239-NN. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Yeah, actually, go.
No.
Okay, actually, we're really excited about this. I think this is one of the best, a good fit for a drive-in in the Arlington Business District. That there was a drive-in there before, there's not really a lot of sidewalk traffic, and I like the plan. I think they've really worked hard to work out something that'll work well for the restaurant and work for the public and work well for 44 going by, so that we aren't going to have cars backed up onto 44 and impeding traffic.
I was just going to chime in how good of an idea I think it's a fit.
All right, anything else? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Although I'm on a diet.
New resolution.
Let's see, 41. Be it resolved that the town board of Town Poughkeepsie does hereby accept the certificate of attendance for Carl H. Whitehead from the Pace University for the course entitled 14th Annual Land Use and Sustainable Development Conference held at the New York State Judicial Institute, a copy of which is attached. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved, the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie is hereby authorized the supervisor to execute a Central Hudson Gas and Electric Corporation Street Lighting Authority order for the installation of a new 70-watt high-pressure sodium street light on pole 19779 on Fairmont Avenue, a copy of which is attached. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
43, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the appointment of Alexander K. Dietrich as an intern for the legal department for a period of up to 5 weeks during February and March 2016 at no cost to the town. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved, the town board of the town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the supervisor to execute the 2016 Dial-A-Ride Amendment Agreement with the County of Dutchess, which agreement provides for a joint service transportation system for senior citizen and handicapped individuals with payments made by the town not to exceed $68,770. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? This is included in our 2016 budget, of course.
Who seconded that?
I did.
Mike did.
Thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be resolved, Town Board, Town of Poughkeepsie is hereby authorized supervisor to execute a Department of Environmental Conservation consent order pertaining to a Wappinger Creek overflow substantially deformed attached. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. 46 is just some
Claims.
claims we'll refer to
Yep.
legal.
Legal. Yep.
47, Joe?
Thank you, sir. Resolution number 47, be resolved that Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby grant special consent to the following items to wit. 1, authorize supervisor to sign IMA with Fiscal Accounting Service Legal, and be further resolved that upon the objection of any member of the town board, an item might be removed from the list and voted on separately. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be resolved that the town board of the town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the supervisor to execute a second intermunicipal agreement to provide the town of Fishkill with temporary accounting assistance through March 31st, 2016, in substantially the same form as the 2015 agreement by which Fishkill provided Poughkeepsie with temporary accounting assistance. And be further resolved, the execution of said intermunicipal agreement is part of an ongoing administration of the town affairs and a type 2 action requiring no secret review. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? This is basically just reversing the names. Before Jessica joined us, Fishkill had let us, use her for a couple of days. We're doing the same with them for a period of time until, they get their situation straightened out now that we've hired her full-time. So, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. And that brings us to the end of our agenda. In terms of appointments for the new year, I thought things were running smoothly, so as long as Jay's willing, he's going to be a deputy supervisor again for the coming year. The
Be a pleasure.
committees are all going to remain the same. I just need to send some change in those. So we should be in good shape. I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules for public comment on town issues.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Is there anyone here who would like to address the board? Mrs. Barger?
Thank you. As a lifelong resident of the town of Poughkeepsie and as a former supervisor, I would like to congratulate Supervisor Tangredi in his reelection for another term, and the members of the town board for their elections or re-elections
Thank
to
you.
seats on the town board. This is not the time for me to raise any substantive proposals that I may have from time to time, but I do reserve the right to bring them to your attention and hope that you will consider them without regard to party affiliation or any other factor that so good luck, all of
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone else? All right, seeing Jim. All right, seeing no one. Anything else from the board?
That's it.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Kelly, you did a
Great
fabulous job.
A lot of
I
participation.
think we'll keep. I think we'll keep you. All right, make a motion.
Voted already.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Town board adjourns at 7:53 PM.